We're at St. Peter's Church on Barclay Street, near World Trade Center.
There's the Mass right now in the church, but then we're going to process out of the church through the streets of New York, right here in downtown Manhattan.
Tradition holds that the original image of Our Lady of Czestochowa was actually written by St. Luke the Evangelist, that it was hidden away in a cave when Jerusalem was destroyed by the Romans, that St. Helena came. She was the mother of the Emperor Constantine, and she came to the Holy Land to retrieve holy relics. She brought it back to Constantinople, eventually to Ukraine, and then to Poland.
I never had heard of her before, and then she just kept coming in front of me to where I'd see her picture all the time, and I started asking about her because the image was very different to me. And I found out that she was from Poland and that she had been scarred in the war, and it got to the point where it was crazy because all of a sudden she was everywhere. And one day when I was praying in front of the Blessed Sacrament, I really got this message from her that she wanted to be patroness of the post-abortion work.
So in a special ceremony in Yasna Gora, we made an act of entrustment of the civilization of life and love to her.
The story of the scar on her face is St. Luke painted the picture, and it was scarred in war by an arrow. And they kept hiring different artists to cover up the scar, but the scar wouldn't stay covered up. It kept coming back out again. And to me, there was such significance with that in relation to post-abortion healing, because for people that have been involved in abortion, they're often told, forget about it, it's in your past. And society just keeps on trying to cover the scar, but the scar keeps coming out again.
Our culture, especially nowadays, I think has forgotten the preciousness of their own lives, the preciousness of every life around us, no matter what we can or can't do, but just by the reality and the truth that we are children of God, made in His image and likeness.
Hopefully the culture meets the gospel. And so whenever the culture can meet the gospel, then the gospel has a voice.
It's important to me that we make a public profession of our faith, that we say that we're proud of what we believe as Catholics, and to let people know that God loves them and the Blessed Mother loves them.
When we're praying the rosary on the streets, we're basically praying for, not only for the pro-life movement and for those suffering the effects of abortion, but praying for the people we see on the streets.
Our Lady of Czestochowa looks at us with eyes of mercy, and her only intention is to draw us closer to her Son, who came not to condemn, but to save.
Life includes God's mercy and healing for all of us who may have been wounded by the culture. Our Lady of Czestochowa is not just this general mother up in heaven, but she's a mother to each one of us. She knows each of our needs. She loves us individually. And her greatest goal is to bring us to her Son, who is the source of all life, who will bring us great joy.
We cannot do this by ourselves. We need the Blessed Mother's prayers and protection. So we call on her, but then she draws us into the battle for life, and she calls us to be strong, to be resolute as she was.
She's a queen of Poland, and we have a special prayer, pod Twoją obronę, meaning under your protection. Pod Twoją obronę uciekamy się, Święta Boże Rodzicielko. Racz nie gardzić w potrzebach naszych, ale od wszelakich złych przygód racz nas zawsze wybawiać. Panno chwalebna i błogosławiona.
And we're asking her protection, just as she brought an end to communism in Eastern Europe, when the people of Poland prayed before the image of Our Lady of Czestochowa. So I believe that she can bring an end to the culture of death and bring a triumph of the culture of life in her Immaculate Heart.
She's great. She works miracles. I know it. I've seen it over and over again.